Technical model for the clean. Start, the bar is over the balls of the feet, the arms are straight, the shoulders are slightly over the bar, the hip height depends on anthropometrics, usually they're slightly higher than the knees, the weight is evenly distributed throughout the feet, here the chest could be up slightly more and the hips lower. First pull, the lifter tightens, inhales and shifts their weight to the rear foot. The hips and shoulders rise simultaneously so the back angle remains constant as the knees extend and move back. Neutral spine is maintained, the bar stays close to the shins and the elbows remain straight. During the transition, the lifter gets into the power position in preparation to pull with maximal force. The hips start to extend so the torso becomes more upright, the weight moves forward towards the midfoot as the knees rebend and go back under the bar. The shoulders stay over the bar, elbows remain extended without significant pulling. Second pull is where maximal force is generated, with an explosive extension of hips, knees and ankles and a shoulder shrug. In the catch, the elbows ideally don't start to flex until the highest point of the pull at triple extension, but this lifter starts way before that. The elbows should be out to the sides along the line of the bar to keep the bar close to the body. The body drops under the bar into a squat whilst rotating elbows and wrists under the bar to catch in a rack position. Land in a front squat with the bar on the anterior deltoids and the shoulders slightly protracted with the elbows up. Up through the heels to stand, leading with the chest, elbows up, torso up and back straight. The complete clean, which we'll now go on to evaluate the technique of. Initially during the pull, the bar should move towards the lifter as it moves from the floor to the lifter's hips. Then during the first part of the catch, after hip contact, it should move slightly away from the lifter before moving back towards them whilst they drop under the bar. Here you can see that although during the transition and the second pull, the bar does come towards the body, during the first pull the bar is coming forwards away from the body, which is undesirable and results in the bar crossing the vertical reference line at 3 points instead of 2, resulting in more horizontal displacement of the bar, so it may be less efficient. Pushing the knees back more aggressively during the first pull may aid this. Critiquing the first pull, we can see that the bar moves away from the body during the initial part of the first pull as the bar leaves the floor. It's likely there's a couple of reasons for this, which are visible when compared to the elite lifter. The beginner's hips may be slightly too high at the start, and they are not shifting their weight back as the bar initially leaves the floor, in fact they're tipping slightly forward. Cueing them to drop their hips in the start position and to transfer their weight back as the bar leaves the floor should help. Also, the beginner's knees do not move as far posteriorly as the elites, demonstrated by the shin angle. This could be due to anthropometrics, however, despite the hips and shoulders rising at an equal rate initially, the torso rises a little early as the bar goes past the knees. A more pronounced posterior knee drive by pushing the hips up more may help so they rise at the same rate as the shoulders. Cueing the lifter to imagine pulling the bar off the floor with the hips and the shoulders equally should help. Transition critique. You can see from the bar path that as the result of the bar moving away from the body during the first pull, the lifter has to pull the bar back towards the body during the transition, meaning they're pulling and bending the elbows too early. Because of this premature pulling, they are off balance with incorrect weight distribution with their heels lifting off the floor. This incorrect balance is visible when compared to the more optimal transition where, at the end, the torso is too upright with bent elbows, the shoulders are too far back with the body weight too far forward. This suboptimal position at the end of transition means the lifter is unlikely to be able to exert an effective maximal pull on the bar during the second pull. The purpose of the first pull and transition is to get into an optimal position to start the second pull. This doesn't occur here, meaning despite good triple extension, they are unlikely to be able to generate maximal force, and the shoulders bend early as a result of pulling on the bar back towards the body and needing to generate force from elsewhere. One issues with this clean is with the first pull and transition, so to address these issues, the movement is reduced to derivative exercises. Halted clean deadlifts are primarily a strength exercise used to aid the pull, and the aim here is to emphasise the correct position of the lifter over the bar, and to help reinforce the position and balance in the first pull and transition, to help correct that rush transition and to encourage the athlete to be more patient and stay over the bar for longer. Cueing the athlete to drop their hips slightly at the start and shift their weight back as they pull off the floor, as well as pulling equally through the hips and shoulders, should help stop the bar move away from the body during the first pull. Lifters should be encouraged to pause for a few seconds at the top in the power position before lowering and repeating. Clean pulls to focus on maintaining extended arms until triple extension whilst continuing to work on the first pull and transition. Cues should encourage the lifter to keep their grip and arms relaxed and imagine lifting the shoulders or whole body rather than the bar. I find the cue up, not back useful. Also, should ensure the balance and speed during the transition is adequate and the bar is vertical. Because the lifter is not in the correct power position, reducing the movement further to hang clean pulls is useful before returning to pull from the floor and progressing to clean pull and clean complexes. Thank you.